Capricorn, let's see what's going on for you guys. What is the situation for my Capricorns? We're going to go from the 20th to the 27th, guys, okay? Oh my God. I was sort of meditating on you guys earlier, and before I can even look at these cards or whatever's going to come out, I'll just tell you. I was looking at you being challenged by a situation that you are committed to. So what's a commitment? It is marriage. It is something that it represents an institution. It is your career. It is someone you are committed to, something that you had tracked on a traditional route, right? And now it's kind of like you cutting your losses and leaving something behind. Because I felt for a lot of you, Capricorn, you were cutting your losses and taking some sort of risk. But I still feel like you're going to land on your feet. I really do. And the funny thing is, once again, I do see the Hierophant, which is that traditional thing I was talking about, the thing you are committed to. Five of Wands, the challenges, the blocks, the obstacles, the issues, the fighting, the arguments, the pushback, the challenges, the competition. Queen of Cups, you though seem to be in love here with somebody. You though have your heart chakra open. Someone is helping you prop that shit up, but you are emotionally mature and available. I think you're trying to manifest something here. Because the Magician's right there. We'll see more when we clarify. But I see that there's like some sort of small messages going back and forth here between someone, you and someone. I also see you resisting a person and leaving from something that no longer emotionally serves you. You're going forward. I also see a reconciliation of sorts. Interesting. The first feeling I got for you, Capricorn, is this person maybe in the past was breadcrumbing you, or maybe you were breadcrumbing them. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You weren't giving into it. I think that changes. I think something happens here and click, like that full force, this person comes in. No more breadcrumbs, perhaps. Let's see. What's coming in towards my Capricorn, please, for the week aforementioned. 20 through the 27th. I guess you go from the heart chakra to the head. Yeah. What is this? Are you ghosting someone? Because you have so many boundaries up that you can't handle something right now because you need time alone to think. Are you doing one of those things where, you know, you're just like, you're in this heavy duty situation, you have strong feelings, or you caught feelings for somebody, and now you gotta like go and compartmentalize and see how you feel. Maybe you're trying to like take yourself out of a dynamic to see what your true wants and desires are in the situation. I'll tell you why I'm saying that. And this is in future, so please bear with me. 9 of Wands, this is a guard that you have put up. You put up a lot of boundaries. And maybe because of those boundaries, you ran away. And you ran away so you can think clearly and think for yourself, like, okay, let me be fair. Let me be honest. Let me, put shit straight, right? And this could be with somebody where I was telling you earlier, you had small energy, like text messages. You weren't picking up the phone. You weren't talking about how you felt, things like that. We'll see more when we clarify. If this is about an affair, though, the 7 of Swords, you're now thinking about it. But you definitely are heavily guarded. If it's not you, then it's them. Tell me for Capricorn, I felt like I needed a good shuffle. One more shuffle. Surprise. What they're not waiting for. It's a lot. The 2 of Swords in reverse. You're going to be torn. And when I say torn, it's not like one of those things where, like, when you're making a decision between two people, two paths, go with them, don't go with them. The choice is obviously not obvious. What's crossing you is justice. I don't know if this is a divorce for some of you or something that comes back to you or someone. Knight of Swords. Yeah, somebody rushes in to say something to you. Obviously, I don't know who this is for you, but I know you're dealing with two people or two energies or your past versus your present. Yes, there it is again, the Five of Swords. The thing that I was telling you before the very beginning of this video, if you need to go back, please go back. The very beginning of this video when these cards dropped and I was covering them, I was telling you you were cutting your losses. Here it is. It's like, what can you live with and what can you live without? Can you go back to your marriage and not have love, but maybe perhaps stability, if that even existed? I'm going to tell you something, Capricorn. Take these words to heart. When a mirror is fractured and you try gluing it back together, you're only going to cut yourself doing it. However, if the other person is willing to also get cut in the process, maybe you two can create a Picasso for all I know. But for now, it looks like somebody's rushing in and cutting losses. And now you don't know what to do because you're put in a predicament. Four of Swords. I think you're trying to heal. Some of you definitely are leaving a marriage or a commitment or something you were committed to. And now you're healing. I think this is done. I think this is like where the thread gets cut. The cord is cut. And now you're kind of being pushed into your future. What's the advice here for Capricorn, please? Infinity. You've obviously lived a cycle. You've gone through this before, or no need to repeat a pattern here. But moreover, it's not even saying that. It's telling me about knowing your worth and your value and where you need to defend yourself, Capricorn. It's time. It's time to explain to people there's a reason you're at the top. There's a reason why you have all these gains. There's a reason why bosses like you at work, and there's a reason why you're doing what you're doing. You have to resist the bullshit. You have to defend yourself. Moreover, knowing your worth and your value. But here's a little tip. You really need to go towards the thing that you want out of life. Feeling is healing. It's also living. So with that said, know your worth and your value and the things you want to bring into your life and who can help you succeed with that. We'll clarify. What is the outcome of the week, please, for Capricorn here? This is more like a friendly reminder by the spirit guides and a light coaching. Because I think you're on the right track. I think you're on the right path. I just think that, these are one of these things where you've got to exhaust within yourself and purge it. Yeah, because you've definitely come full circle. It's time for you to see it with this infinity, looping in and out. Yeah, the Ten of Swords in reverse and Judgment. You know that you've come to that full circle. It's time to create a new cycle in life. Because your outcome is saying you haven't let go of something that had hurt you or betrayed you. And you need to make a judgment call on it. If not an enlightened decision. Because why are you at the Two of Swords in the middle of your reading? There's none to be torn over. I think situations have presented themselves to you, Capricorn. I mean, I know you think that you could go back and fix stuff, but do you want to? Do you really want to? I see you being happy. Look at this. This is an Aquarius energy. That's a Saggy over there. I think I see Gemini. I see Taurus. And here's Aries. And Pisces. Hi, you. Sag again. The whole kitchen sink is here. But I see a partnership coming in. I want to start clarifying. Let's start clarifying. Okay. Posy B managed to stay there. All right, let's see what's going on here. Why is Hierophant here, the Magician, Queen of Cups, and the Five of Wands. The Nine of Wands, the World, and King of Wands. Well, this King of Wands could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be. They just represent themselves as one. It just tells me that this person's very attractive, at least to you. A lot of chemistry, a lot of passion, a lot of charm, a lot of fire, a lot of heat. But here you are, somebody with as the wounded warrior, trying to complete a cycle in life. Meanwhile, you do love you do have feelings. You call feelings for somebody. You're trying to manifest something, though. Meanwhile, you're challenged by whatever this commitment or marriage situation is. Why is the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Nine of Wands? Running away to think. I think you're just very vulnerable at this point in time, and maybe you're asking yourself, is this unrequited love or is this real? What is this? You're trying to make that final decision here. Is this unrequited? No, thank you. I'm bored. I don't like it. So you're going to think about it. So maybe you ghosted here. And the reason you can't bond to this person or this gift the universe is giving you is because you do have the guards up. Nothing gets through guards. Nothing. It's kind of like there you are in your palace and you have a moat around your palace and you're not putting down the drawbridge. Okay. I don't think you could fight it for long anyway, Capricorn, to be honest with you. What is the Two of Swords in reverse? Justice, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. The Nine of Swords and more swords. Six of Swords. You're mentally distressed right now, right? So you're having sleepless nights, anxiety, and whatnot. So you're trying to mentally disengage and go towards something easier, smoother, because you're dealing with all of this stuff. Some of you, it is court, and that's what's challenging, like a divorce. Others of you, it's just something that didn't come out fair for you, that was unbalanced. So now you're thinking about where to cut your losses, and you're just saying, listen, I'm going to leave because I can't. This is too toxic for me. This is turning into a toxic, vicious cycle. And that's what your advice is saying. Stop the cycle. Stop the looping. And stop being insecure with yourself if that's what you're doing. But I don't think you are, because I don't know, Spirit's like, listen, you got to look at yourself as the high priest, as the empress, not high priestess, the empress. The Moon in reverse and the Five of Wands. See, the challenge is the blocks and the obstacles. The fog for you is going to lift, right? Especially when, Neptune shifts from Pisces into Aries. Ugh, this is like no more delulu, no more delusions for anybody. It goes into an active sun sign, Aries, which is like fired up by Mars. But adding Neptune over there, it's like what you see is what you get. It's reality, right? So it's kind of like if you want the truth, or you want answers, or you want to be able to put down the guard, you really need to either push back and defend yourself and the actions that you're taking so the person friggin' clearly understands. And that's it. That's how you're going to stop repeating a pattern here. And you're going to be able to move forward, right? I don't know. I think there's going to be something very powerful and sexy about that, about you guys, when you really just turn around and you tell somebody what it is. Know your worth, know your value, speak from that knowledge, and you will just seem such a powerful force across the other person or individual you're talking to, because I see a solid new beginning starting for you. And you know what? I know that maybe it's just about tweaking your vulnerability here, Capricorn. And when you see the results of your authority, you're gonna move forward with purpose and courage, which I love. And that's what's gonna bring in this like solid new opportunity, whether it's a job or a love life. So as something new begins, another crashes and burns. And maybe that's just kind of what you need. Because this, you're in the process of this, letting go of something that ended and hurt you. All right? This could even be a job for some of you. I gave them 15 years of my life, and this is how they treat me. Boom. Enlightening decision being made. Clarify. I gave this marriage all of this, and this is how I'm getting repaid. Something unfair, right? Because the justice was in the cross. That's what was challenging you. See, strength. Resisting the bullshit. Having the strength and the courage to persevere. Having that strength to understand where that vulnerability is an actual mother friggin' strength. Okay? Because there is something toxic you are dealing with here. Whether it's a person, a notion, a repeat pattern, something. We got to get rid of this. We don't need it. Right? And if this is something where you're in and out, you're being casual, maybe this is something you used to do in your past. We're breaking patterns now, Capricorn. Totally breaking patterns. Let's see what we're going to talk about in your love life here in the extended. All right. What's going on here from my Cappies? I'm going to show you something. And then there's unrequited love at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to show you something. And don't be upset with me. Release your ex. We were talking about this, how you have to get over this ending and let it go by making that enlightened decision. But I could be wrong. We'll see in the extended when we layer tarot over it. Those of you who don't know and who are new to this channel, the extended is love only, basically. We go into your person, their thoughts, their feelings, what they're going to do, what's expected, and the like. Now, let's get one card from the Wisdom House of Night for general advice, which always ties back to your regular advice that we had in the reading. But it might cover something I did not, in case you do care about advice. And I love the Wisdom House of Night for Capricorn. I bought this as a fluke. Turned out becoming one of my most favorite oracles. I love working with oracles because it's like, what am I not seeing? What do I have to do? Boom, oracles. High Priestess of Spirit. Ooh, that's nice. It's calling upon spirit guides. But this is air, I believe. Yes, it is. Nyx, goddess of the night, and you have chosen this symbol to help guide you on this journey to find an answer to your question. Consider that there's an invisible spirit within all living things. Know that all things, events, and experiences are woven together like a magical web that can only be seen in the darkest night and not by human eyes. My child, everything that you need to know is a part of the divine scheme of things. A meaningful coincidence, a blessed friendship, a lover, a significant experiences are all orchestrated by me to help you become the most powerful being you were always meant to become. No matter what is in front of you, something important is brewing. You will know the answer to what soon enough. But I keep the secret as to why. You may step forward knowing that some things are always meant to remain a mystery, and if not, the mystery will be shown to you shortly. And in your advice, you had the moon in reverse. Things will be revealed to you. You will see clearly. All right? And you will be able to, and you need to push back. You need to defend yourself. All right, guys? That's what I got. I'll see you next week. Members, I'll see you over there.